Riley Herbst from 2311 Racing here, and you know what grinds my gears? Waiting for coffee. But instead of counting frappes and lattes, I fire up Chumba Casino. No apps, no fuss, just fun social casino games to pass the time. By the time my coffee's ready,
order for Riley.
I've already taken a few victory laps. Next time you're stuck waiting, make it entertaining. Play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
When we started writing our thoughts down on paper, it opened up endless possibilities. Ideas could grow beyond the borders of the mind, and it changed the world. Somewhere along the way, we lost touch with paper, distracted by devices made for every purpose except for thinking and focus. On edge, waiting for the next notification. But what if new technology didn't pull us away from paper, but brought us closer to it? Listen. That's not paper. It's the sound of the new Remarkable Paper Pro, rewriting the future. A paper tablet with a true color ink display, gentle reading light, and unheard of tactility. With digital features for taking notes, thinking, and organizing, without any distractions. Paper is about to change the world again. Get your paper tablet at remarkable.com today.
From the government, and I'm here to help.
Take a look, it's in a book.
Some members of the use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda.
Let's watch Figure It Out.
Welcome back to another wonderful episode of We Figured It Out podcast. We are the End of Days best friends.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Michael. I was looking at you, dude. I was like, I hope he sneaks something crazy in here. Fast. That one was fast, too.
It was. I knew I had to get it in.
People might think that was like on a soundboard. I'm Matt. Very robotic. No, I had to cut Matt off here, right? I was like, dude, we got to start this fucking thing because we're talking about how you can't go into a fucking store right now and like it's either locked up. Yeah. Or you're waiting in line forever. Yeah. And now see, here's the thing. We were told shit would be cheaper and better. Nothing's cheap where I live.
Ain't nothing cheap where I live, no.
And they try to show like the average of stuff. And it's like, I've never seen that.
Yeah, and averages aren't a good metric.
Not with people stuff, because some places are.
Yeah, like, I mean, are you going nationwide? Are you going, like, it's...
How unfair is that, right? If you're like California versus Colorado, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Or like, Colorado versus like Tennessee,
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, there's probably not very many people in Tennessee, huh? Wyoming.
Yeah.
Anyway, and you hear about that, and it's because like we were told, it's been 100 days since Trump's been in, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Full emperor of the universe, that's how I feel.
Yeah, pretty much, man. New pope, right?
Yeah. That's crazy. The new pope was today, huh? An American.
Yeah. American
See,
pope.
Here's what I'm wondering now. I'm like, when JD Vance went and visited the old pope, were they like, make sure you pick an American for the next one or shit's going down? I don't know. I don't know how any of that works.
I wonder if, I just think it's part of a bigger pedophile ring, but whatever.
Yeah. That's true. That is very true. And there is a whole bunch of stuff like abuse that this new pope has ignored, they say. So,
right.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about the new pope. That just happened today. I haven't had enough time to look at that shit.
Yeah. We're just doing current events.
Although the last Pope prophecy,
Uh-huh.
The prophecy of the popes or whatever it is, the last one is supposed to be like Peter Roman or whatever, Petrus Romus or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
In that prophecy, it's supposed to be Peter. And if you do the gematria, like we were fucking around to Pope Leo, it's literally Peter in gematria. That's pretty weird, right?
That's wild.
I'm not saying anything comes with it because they're Catholic, but I'm just like, that is pretty wild. But anyway, Trump's first 100 days, we were like, dude, we're going to get fucking cheaper stuff. This This fool said he was going to end the war in Ukraine in one day, right? He said the next day.
Yep.
Here we are, 100 days
Day
in.
100.
Yeah, longer than that.
100 times what you promised.
Yeah. So we're still there. And I was like, all right, I've seen stuff where Trump, went to a party before the Miss Universe pageant or whatever the fuck he hosted. Okay. In 2014 or something like that, 13. Anyway, went to Ukraine and like Russia around there. It was in Moscow. That's right, Russia. Okay. Had a party and a meeting the night before with like the fucking oligarchs in Russia. And then within 6 months, had a big old billionaire loan and things were going his way. So I was like, all right, dude, well, maybe you haven't ended this war because you owe people like who put you in charge, because no fucking president is just there, dude. Like, you don't just win. I've seen the internet, bro. We're on the internet. You fucking, for every one person that likes you, there's 3 people that are going to dog you. Ain't no way you're putting a campaign out there and people are just like, nah, fuck the president. We're going to make fun of him or we're going to vote in McDick,
Yeah.
Like, there's no way Kanye couldn't win. I don't understand that. There's not enough smart people. In my opinion, I feel like if you're on the internet enough daily, you would understand, right? Like, people out there would be like, nah, man, you put something on the internet, you just get fucking roasted.
Right.
And especially if you're a fat Cheeto man trying to wear a suit and run a country who was an actor. That's something we should look into also. Is Trump, I'm going to go a little side tangent here. Was Trump like the pilot episode of actors or like reality TV stars now being fucking presidents?
Yeah.
Everything seems so materialized in like movies. You could literally bet right now on that it's like DraftKings or whatever, but it's the one that you could do anything on, like Poly Bet or whatever the fuck it's called.
Right.
You could literally bet. Yeah, if India or Pakistan's going to attack India by Friday was one of them. I was like, this isn't fucking. We can gamble on this now. War.
Nice. Battle of the scammers, huh?
I saw. Speaking of that, I saw tonight Pakistan swarming like India with a drone attack right now, trying to fly like dude. And I'm gonna be real honest. I didn't know Pakistan was like a worthy country.
Oh, dude, like it's kind of crazy. Like, I mean, that's kind of where like they would go and train for a while. Like all the Afghans would go and like train, like, and then come down to Afghanistan to fight, and then go back up to Pakistan after they get their asses kicked, and then learn a little bit more, change their tactics, come back for the next fighting season.
Yeah, I started seeing stuff on it, and I was like, fucking drones and nukes and like jets and shit. I was like, what?
Yeah, Russian tax money against Russian tax money.
That's really what it is, right? How are they, dude? They probably are
it's not
sweating
mine.
Right now. Yeah, for once,
right? Just the other 2 conflicts we got going on are costing me.
How is Putin going to handle that when both sides start asking for help? He's like, dude, my economy's fucking wrecked.
Right. But then again, you're just making money on both sides. So I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's the
they
point,
actually
right?
buy that shit. Like, we just give shit away, right? We're just, oh, here, you need military aid. And like, Russia's like, well, we'll sell you some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, we give it to them. Well, we got Ukraine's minerals, right?
You gotta give something up.
That's
give
true.
Up prom date.
Look, I borrowed my dad's Corvette. You got to give something up, all right?
Right.
We've lost 3 F-18 Super Hornets. Okay, we need a little bit of money back. I can't believe that they've lost fucking 3 of those bad boys in like the past week and a half.
Yeah, it's one of my VA claims going through pretty quick now.
It's true. So, right, we've been witnessing like the Ukraine-Russia war, dude, and it's sort of like we get the Israel situation pop up, so then that gets quiet, and then you see Israel start fucking people up, and then Russia jumps back in and is like giving the other side weaponry, and then we're
doing a proxy war the same way you kind of are. Yeah.
And then you hear Trump like, oh, we'll end this war. We're going to have all this stuff done in the first 100 days. And literally everything's happening except Israel's not being touched, He's out here negotiating with this. He's negotiating with that.
Yeah. And negotiating with them like, oh, no, they took some of their people or,
negotiated with the Houthis and still was like, yeah, we're going to backdoor you, though. We're going to negotiate with you and Israel's going to bomb the fuck out of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all right, cool, man.
And meanwhile, like poor little Gaza over there just keeps getting hammered. Just like, I mean, I think they get the point, man. Like, just stop already. Come on, and get some boots on ground. Quit like getting civilians in the crossfire, dude. That's pathetic.
Yeah, stop bombing. Yeah, you fucking. There's nothing left. Just put boots on the ground.
Put your balls where the bombs are.
Yeah. I was reading an article that said Netanyahu and his defense ministry have prepared a plan for if there's not a hostage deal done by the 15th. They said they were going to.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Now, I don't know if this is true, right? Like, they were
I don't
probably
even know if there's any
it.
fucking hostages.
Yeah, right. We're not there, but it was saying that they were planning a military operation to completely displace the next 2 million people that are left there and take the entire Gaza Strip. I was like, oh, Trump Gaza. That shit's coming to fruition real fucking quick.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about with this Ukraine-Russia war, and then Israel not being touched throughout like all this shit, and Israel kind of has like a weird relationship with Russia too, both sides are like, nah, we don't really fuck with each other, but we're not really going to tell each other what to do either.
Right. I mean, they're part of the proxy war though. Like when Russia needs a target in the Middle East and somebody to spend some money, they stir up some shit, I'm sure,
That's true. Like Syria, because they're letting Israel decimate Syria, and they're pretty much in charge of the military and the government there. It's pretty much Russian. But hey, I looked it up right here. Let's see what Google has to say. Well, not Google, ChatGPT. I pulled it up for this one.
Yeah, that's my go-to anymore. Like it's gonna scour all of Google and give me a simple fucking answer.
That's true. I don't know if the answer is what it wants us to know or what it doesn't. But
I trust it a lot.
You got to correct it though.
Sometimes, if you ask it certain questions about certain things, I feel like
it goes the other way. Like there's always a fork in the road to a question, and it takes like when it knows you want the fucking juicy meat, it's like, nah, I'm not doing that. You're getting a little fried bacon.
Yeah. Like when I'm getting it to break the rules, it will push them to the limits and then just be like, no more. Like,
yeah. Or I have to be like
with my India and Pakistan like meme making, it did not like that.
I wonder if it only didn't like it because they're in a war right now.
But yeah, it's like, well,
it scoured the
violence
news.
Is wrong. Like, yeah, but it's violence against scammers. It's not that bad.
It's funny. We should start calling them and like offering them extended missile warranties and shit like that. Just start scamming them. Oh yeah.
How's your radiation insurance?
Yeah. Our records indicate that your radiation insurance is gone and you will be arrested. They're like, what? Yeah, you need to buy an Apple card right now and go you need to go buy a Visa debit card. Put $400 on 4 of them. Send it to me. Oh shit,
dude!
All
I could
right.
make a pastime out of that for sure. Just calling the scammers back. Like they end up having to block my number eventually because like I
I
will
saw a
ruin
lady
your
on
day just so that you can't keep calling old ladies. I will ruin, like, I will have one of you just sit there and call me names endlessly because it's fun to me.
Yeah,
You
any
know?
minutes we could take away from the scam.
And then hopefully that old lady on the back, like, hears that shit in the background, like, just hears, like, Apple Pays calling some dude a, like, every name in the book they can come up with, and I am
Yep.
not black.
I saw a lady who gave them like fake bank information that she had set up an account. And then when they would hit it, like, and try to steal from it, she had a hacker who would steal their information. And then she would get with the attorney general of her state and they would send them like a cease and desist letter and like a $7,000 fine. And they'd send them all their names, like their address of their stuff, you know, all the phone number. So these people were fucked. Dude, she said she made like a 40 grand extra paycheck every year. On top of her regular job, just answering the scam call and getting them to fucking rob her. I was like, this lady's genius, scamming the scammer.
Yeah, just set up a fake bank account with essentially nothing in it just to get them to bite on it.
All right.
Anyways, we're
Ukraine.
way off topic.
Ukraine. Speaking of scams.
I mean, yeah, it's a pretty good one too.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's not a bad segue when we're on the India and Pakistan, because Ukraine is literally like the capital of money laundering for the elite. If you look into that shit, right?
Yeah.
You're
saying I can get a good job there.
Yeah.
You know,
50,000 a month.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, what job is that taxing? I would like, dang, man, that seems like some high stress shit.
Yeah, it's like 1 point, or what is that? That's like fucking almost $2,000 a day. So it's almost a milli to never show up. Yeah, that's crazy. And then, you know, I back to the Ukraine Russia thing, and I'm like, okay, well, Trump was at this party, you know, maybe he's got to pay these people back. And then I'm like, this doesn't make any sense though. If he's fucking NATO, right? Because he doesn't like NATO. So why wouldn't he like let Russia do something? You know, if that really was the payback, why is Russia getting their fucking teeth stomped in? It's like, dude, your battle tactics aren't that bad. You have bigger bombs.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they don't.
Like, I mean, yeah, like, I mean, I feel like they are kind of like, I mean, are you really that powerful, or are you just really holding back that
They
much,
roll with,
you know?
they roll pretty close with the Chinese, and the Chinese are not, they're liars.
Yeah.
You know, they don't tell the truth on what they have.
Yeah, we've all used Timu.
I'm like, this is not my size, you fucking liar.
Right? Like, yeah, like I see what you guys did is took an American design and just basically made it out of cheaper plastic. And
I was wearing that Bret Hart, Hitman Hart, you know, shirt the other night with our other guest, and I took it off and I got to looking at it some more, and there's it's definitely Timu, right? Like some of the faces, bro, look like the Elephant Man from the fucking movie with Cher, like in the 80s or whatever. I was like, what? How did I not see this at first? I'm just wearing Down syndrome Bret Hart.
I couldn't even pay attention, bro. You know where I was watching on that episode.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, dude, he emailed me and was like, I'd love to finish the conversation and speak of where he's at now and like the ministry and things like that. And I was like, you know, that's kind of where I was trying to get in the episode.
Yeah, like basically, yeah, since question 1.
Yes.
But yeah.
We went on a wild ride.
We did. That was a good one. Go check it out if you haven't.
Oh yeah, 100% worth it. So I was like, all right, dude, maybe if it's not about fucking NATO and it's not about like democracy and Russia's fucking borders, and there is like people behind the scene that know what they're doing in this stuff, okay? And Ukraine, the breadbasket of the world, as they say, the grain capital. And money laundering. I was like, okay, let's fucking look at it from this way. And then I started finding this Chabad Lubavitch connection, okay? And I was like, huh, well, you know what that sounds like people who don't have vowels,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I went, well, of course, no wonder why Israel's not being touched. Okay. So then there's like these strange Jewish elites that go way the fuck back, dude, to this part called Chabad. And then there's a Lubavitch region too, where these old fucking rabbis are from, that like not just they read about and whatnot, dude. The rabbis that come from there are like the Pope to them, would be,
Gotcha.
like that, right? High level. There's one of them's like this mysticism type dude, because it's old Jewish shit, and they still believe like he's becoming the returning Messiah, even, so he's fairly worshipped and all this stuff. I think he's dead now, but like, it's very crazy over there. So
yeah, like how is the Pope worship more than, like, I feel like people were like crying over a Pope, man. It's
do you pray?
So, like, do people really miss the point that bad?
Do you pray?
It's the same book.
Yeah. It really is. Do you pray? Like, is it natural to pray for the Pope?
Do you
once
read
he
it
was
upside
dead?
down?
Like, technically, everything's upside down. We've said this.
Maybe we're reading it right side up then.
Yeah.
I don't know.
If everything's upside down and our eyes are flipping it around,
we're holding the book upside down.
Yeah, that's fucking weird, dude. Like, if our eyes are just,
then it's right side up by being upside down.
Is the word? I'm going to ask you this, and this is going to make it sound like our brains are adding one stupid step in there that doesn't fucking need to be, okay?
I think so.
Is everything in the world right side up, normal, like we're seeing it, but then our eyeballs see it upside down, and then our brain has to flip it back over again?
I think so, because
so like we fuck with it for no reason.
Like, yeah, like it's almost like, I feel like it's almost like looking in a mirror, almost, like how you are on your camera, and it's got to like do the flip for me, almost,
That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
What's the point of that?
So that we don't see our alternate universes.
Hey, you might be onto something.
No.
Are there alternate universes?
Sounded like our one guest, huh?
Go check that one out,
dude. That was a good one too.
Fuck. I wish if there was.
I wish I knew names, dude. If I was good at names, I'd probably be a decent podcast host. But
you remember which universe are we talking about? I remember all our guests.
Who is the guy who's just the character?
Devin Kramer.
Devin, yes.
He was cool.
He was. It's legit.
I still think about his experience, and like in my own, like within, sometimes I'm like, man, I got FOMO of that. Like, I wish I would have gone somewhere, but then I go back to it. Like when we talked to him, I'm like, I don't want to die though.
Yeah.
So no, I don't.
But so we're on Trump, Ukraine.
Yes, right. And there's the Chabad Lubavitch connection, right, with the old elite Jewish. Sorry, I didn't mean Jews. Anyway, okay. So Chabad is actually an acronym for wisdom, understanding, and knowledge. I thought that would be a cool little note. Some people, like notes of words. And then Lubavitch is the Russian town where like the movement was centered, okay? And I just said that, but they kind of came together. And the crazy thing, dude, the headquarters for it now, they're centered in Brooklyn, New York. Yep, that's where the headquarters are, which that's where Amber from the Jehovah's Witnesses said they were at too, right? Didn't she say in New York? She said Florida. She might have.
I don't know.
Somewhere like where the stuff's not happening, right? They're not there. It's like,
Maybe
of
I
course,
just think Florida because I think just the pineapple scene with that one.
yeah. Okay. That's fair. That's fair. Um, the movement itself, dude, started in like the late 1700s, okay? And the rabbi's name that I was talking about is, I'm gonna fuck this up, but Shneur Zalmav, maybe? Or of Liadi. Okay. So take that for you are. Shneur Zalman of Liadi. And they also have a spiritual leader who's the Rabbi Manicham Mendel Schneerson. And he's the highly revered one that they believe is the Messiah, the second coming of the Messiah. They have an outreach, dude, in over 100 countries. Okay. So the Chabad is really, they like want to keep the Jewish faith. So they help
They
the
are
Jews.
Muslim countries.
I bet you they are. They help out the Jewish communities in those countries. Okay. They're kind of like the union for Jewish people in these countries where Jews are not, inherently in charge. Now you think about that, it's like, okay, Putin is not Jewish, right? So why the fuck does this matter? Okay. Well, if you look at like the other half of Russia that votes, they're Jewish.
Are they Orthodox Jews?
Yes. Right. So there's a lot of that there. So this Chabad controls the federation for these Jewish people, and Trump keeps or not Trump, well, he does too, but Putin will get there. Putin keeps the close ties with that rabbi who runs this influence in Russia. Okay. They're also in Kiev, in Ukraine, Moscow, Kiev, of course. And they're a global influence, dude, especially with like elites and political figures. Okay. So if you're in like APAC or Israel, or you're moving into politics with this shit, dude, you have a tie to probably a Jewish elitist. That's just
right.
They're in business, right? They're in a lot of business, and that's just the way it kind of happens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much their game.
Yeah.
Hitler wasn't 100% wrong.
And there went this episode.
I mean, mostly, don't get me wrong, mostly. He did have some points.
He did. This is it's the episode was a little anti-Semitic, but Hitler just got dropped. So now you might as well throw us up there.
Yeah, I don't think every problem deserves a final solution.
No.
Maybe a good one, but not a final.
Pedophilia deserves one. In my anger management class, shout out Sharon. I won't say her last name. She's my teacher. She was like, in some instances, anger could be positive. And people were like, how? I was like, well, let me tell you a story.
That's how we solve everything.
Yeah, that's how you solve everything. They're the Chabad is an outward facing group. Okay. So like that means they don't hide, right? They fund things. They're a large charitable organization. Many elites are involved with them and speak about them. It's a whole thing. That's what makes them a little different because of they're ancient Jew, but most Hasidic Jewish groups stay like hidden behind the scenes. They don't like they don't like to be known. They keep their doors closed, or
they're in the closet, so to speak.
Yes, underground in tunnels, in New York. Those types.
Right. That was a basement, Michael.
Is that what it led to one? Yeah, sure.
That's what one of the Jews said. Yeah. That's
a basement? How stupid do they think we fucking are?
How is a basement basement?
Dude, it's not a room. You don't go straight into the basement. You don't change. You got to change.
Yeah,
floors.
let me go to the basement.
Walk to your bedroom in the same floor.
Yeah.
Whatever. These fucking guys.
What is that like? Is that like a Friends episode where they like do that like walk? Or maybe that's an old Seinfeld where they like he acts like he's walking down the stairs and he's like on the other side of the couch.
Right? Yeah. What is that?
I don't remember,
that's cool.
but yeah,
maybe Married with Children.
Maybe it's like one of those. Like, let me go downstairs.
It is one of those shows we used to watch. You might be on it with Seinfeld too. I fucking love Seinfeld.
I mean, yeah. It's it's good now that I'm older.
Yeah, when we were kids and Seinfeld was on, there was 4 TV channels. So you kind of just had no choice.
Yeah, it was the best thing on due to lack of options, right?
Yeah, bunny ear angles.
Right.
Nobody even knows what that means that we're talking about that.
Right.
Unless they're old people. And the more you look into like Chabad's religious movement, you see it as more of like a spiritual to the intellectual bridge. And it's between like you take high level Jewish oligarchs and then you take Israeli political interests and then you have like international finance, right? And that's kind of where Chabad hangs out.
Yeah.
And if nobody's watching, I just made a bridge with my hands. So it's easier to follow that way. So I wrote myself a little note here after going through all that, and I was like, why do billionaire tech moguls and politicians like Chabad did? There's got to be something about it that's handsome, I guess would be the word. Appealing. There you go, right?
Right.
They offer access to like exclusive private spiritual services through Chabad, right? So this means like you could be discreet, dude. There's areas where it's like no questions asked, so politicians have meetings. Think of like the John Wick Hotel, where you can't do anything there, but you can conduct all your business,
Right. Yeah.
That's kind of how the sector of Chabad works for him. And we've had our boy BK on here a bunch. Brandon's dope. Shout out. The mysticism and the Kabbalah, right? That rolls fucking heavy with rich Jewish people. I don't know why. But if you're just rich, it seems, you don't really have to be. I just tie those together because it seems like all of them are rich. Or all the rich ones are them. Maybe that's the way I meant to say it.
Yeah, and I think it's a lot of coincidences. A lot.
Yes.
Thousands.
Yeah. They're after the forbidden knowledge, And that's like
Can't say that guy was right.
Yeah, and Chabad is tied back to this old forbidden knowledge and like the mysticism about it, right? And there's networking abilities, right? Their houses act as informal embassies. So like their Chabad centers all over can be an embassy, right? And business is conducted through there.
Kind of like a safe haven for like kind of like it is, just like you said, just like John Wick in the consulate. Is that what
there
call
you
it?
go.
There you go. Consulate? Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I knew it was something cool. I was like, come on, what is it?
Yeah.
They need to make more of those. But I mean, how many people can you kill?
I mean, but yeah, dude, and it doesn't necessarily get any worse, but they aren't getting better.
That's true. You can't just stay stagnant. You have to progress.
Yeah. It's kind of played out, it's going to be Fast and Furious before you know it,
Did you see any of the videos? The Rock's in it.
It's all just talking about how it's a family now.
Right? They all love each other and they banded together against like some alien invasion or foreign invasion or something.
Tom, I thought you were dead.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Did you, after we talked about it, did you see anything on the Mahdi?
I didn't really look at it. Like I started looking into it and I got sidetracked again. My ADD, bro.
I just want you to see him so you can go, what the fuck? Anyway, that'll be later. We could touch on that later in a different episode because there's plenty behind that fucking kook. So now that it's like, all right, I kind of hit on people are in love with this Chabad thing. Okay, well, Michael, who are the fucking people, right? You say elites, you say these oligarchs, you say these Jews, no hate, so who are they? Any guesses? Thinking cap.
Clues.
All right, well, let's start with our boy Putin, okay? He's aligned with Russia's Jewish community as long as anything like keeps him in power. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't care about their ideology, but to consolidate the power, okay? His go-to liaison for Jewish representation is the Federation of Jewish Communities of Russia. And that's an organization ran by Chabad. And they
so we interfere with their shit directly.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Well, it's all together. We're not really interfering.
Right. Neither are they either, right? I mean, it probably goes both ways. Russia's money comes here and then they're like, hey, Trump, here's money from there.
Especially when they're all after the same goal of keeping themselves in power. You know?
Right. And then essentially keeping it like so that you can keep things going, like wars and shit like that, and spending people's money and killing people that nobody really is gonna
all while convincing everybody you're not doing that.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you convince people you're not doing that?
You just tell them you're like I don't know. That's like we fall for it, right?
We live in Colorado, okay? Let's use this example. The Avs just fucking blew it, okay? They were regarded as one of them to win the Stanley Cup. Lose first round, arguably because they traded away a player who beat us from the other team, right?
Got a little hat tricky.
Yep. So it goes wrong. Everybody calls for the dudes in charge's head, okay? He's the one responsible for the outcome of stuff.
Hello, it is Ryan, and we could all use an extra bright spot in our day, couldn't we? Just to make up for things like sitting in traffic, doing the dishes, counting your steps, all the mundane stuff. That is why I'm such a big fan of Chumba Casino. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere with daily bonuses. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com. That's ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Now here we are. Shit's going haywire. And does that same kind of equality of blame happen? No.
On a sports team.
We don't look at the person in charge. It's like, well, who are we blaming?
Yeah, like I mean, is it the people of Ukraine's fault that they live there, or do they just
Right? It's our fault. It's the regular people's faults because these homeboys are all together. Right. There's all something that needs to be paid back, right?
And I don't know, like if people really realize like how like some of the people view the whole thing, like I mean, they really view us as the enemy because we essentially end up funding it, and like I don't get a say over that shit, really. I do, but like I mean.
People hate us because we're American, and they're like, you Americans don't understand the world. You just have everything you want. And it's like, that's not our fault. I didn't fucking do that. I mean, I'm very thankful that I have everything I want. I won the country lottery.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
We kind of live in like a movie.
Oh, yeah. I agree. It's a little.
There's nowhere else on the world.
It's fake. It's a little fake,
We don't have enough.
I feel like you get more real people in homeless camps and shit. Those are real people in the
That's
US.
what real life is like. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we can look back. There's Lev Lviv, I believe.
Who's that?
I'm glad you asked. He's an Uzbek Israeli. So I'm assuming Uzbekistan and Israel. Are those close to each other?
If it's in the stands, yeah, because Afghanistan, Pakistan,
Right, those stands are crazy.
All the stands are like in the Istan area.
It's wild to be a country the size of Rhode
Istanbul.
Island and have like zero resources. It's like, why?
Yeah.
Why bother to be a country?
Sovereignty, I guess.
We're free.
I kind of want my own country.
Yeah.
Kind of how it happens. Like, I want my own country. Okay.
Talk to the North Koreans, huh? They're like, what the fuck?
I guess, like, is it just never was contested? Was that the thing? Like, okay, well, we're just...
Yeah, you just had it. And people are like, we don't give a shit about your sheep farming.
Yeah. We are going to
Leave us
steamroll
alone.
you for whatever reason. Genghis Khan did dirty to you guys long ago. Yeah.
Yes. So Lev Lviv, right? He's an Uzbek Israeli, and he's a diamond tycoon and one of the largest Chabad donors. Okay. So wouldn't you know it, he's Putin's tight, close-knit circle, right? Putin's not going to let those people go. And many of these like big oligarchs, dude, were in Ukraine and bouncing between like the stands, the Ukraine, Russia, and Israel. And then when the shit popped off, they kind of had to get the fuck out, right? There was no more like backdooring money through because all of a sudden America's in there watching.
Right.
You know? So shit got wild. He's a diamond tycoon. Did I say that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But all of his business ventures, dude, are like tied to Russian politicians, and he's the one who actually, with Chabad, founded the Russian, what did I call it? The Federation of Jewish Communities of Russia, right? It was founded by Lev Lviv.
So he's like a good launderer.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. He's top of the line, you know?
Right. He's
all
like
that money's
their
coming
official launderer, right?
And then Roman Abramovich, okay? He was the FC Chelsea owner of soccer, but he got kind of like left that business venture. There's theories though that the
just leave that venture, like
a billionaire soccer club.
Yeah, you're just. No.
I think he was kind of like, I think something happened, you know, like he had to leave it for other business, or like he had to get. I can't remember all the way, but
yeah, that's a sport I refuse to follow.
He though is like tied to old Russian mafia. Okay. And a lot of people believe that like the mafia was nationalized by Putin. You know, when he got in charge, he took KGB members and like mafia members and USSR Soviet members, you know, part of like these dark circles behind the scenes mafia members, and put them in charge of shit, and kind of brought that to the forefront. And he aligns the Orthodox Church with that Chabad support. And his personal rabbi, bro, is Beryl Lazar, which is crazy to note. Remember that, okay? Putin's rabbi, Beryl Lazar. He's an important figure too in the Chabad. I'll tell you why. And they're kind of like the oligarchs through there, you know, that Putin allows with these Israeli ties. They're almost like his piggy bank if you look at it. You know, they donate to his campaign and all this shit, keep him in charge, keep decisions that fund his war going, you know.
Right. Keep his subordinates in line too, kind of, while they're at it, like, oh, listen, Jews, he's a good guy.
Yeah, exactly. Even though he's over there fucking bombing Jewish people in Ukraine. You know, Ukraine houses a shitload of Jewish people because of how old that region is, dude, from the 1700s.
Yeah, like, I mean, yeah, and they kind of got displaced during that whole World War II period in that area, particularly.
Absolutely. So by keeping Putin in charge, the Chabad influence stays about, and it protects Israel's interests. And it's like, hold on a second, how's this protecting Israel's interests, right?
I could see it though.
So yeah, Chabad manages the largest Jewish community, right? And the Jewish oligarchs are in Russia and Ukraine, right? And there's a funny thing here. If you look at it, Israel refuses to fully sanction Russia for its invasion on Ukraine. And Russia lets Israel strike Syria. We had kind of talked about this earlier, right? Even though Russia controls the airspace and the government there.
Yeah.
So the Israeli strikes are coming. Yeah. That's cool. You're helping Syria kill our troops. Fuck it. Right? You're just wax them. Yeah.
Yeah, and you hear guys are cannon fodder. Like, how horrible to be a Russian soldier.
Every year, every historical war they've had, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Just feed them to the meat grinder.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Putin even fucking like bragged about that, remember? At their parade, he was like, don't forget, we gave 2 million Russians to you to fight the Nazis. It's like, you let 2 million Russians die, bro.
Yep. Well, I mean, they were dying either way, right?
Yeah.
Like, don't come back or die.
Yeah. Don't come back. Yeah, either or. What do you want? And then if you look up a lot of these Ukrainian oligarchs and Russian oligarchs, go figure, they all carry dual citizenship with Israel. I don't know why, dude. I've never been to Israel. I would like to go. It looks pretty crazy in like the parts that are wealthy and nice and like technologically advanced.
Yeah.
I heard they were planting like sentry guns in the Gaza Strip that were AI. And like if you walked out, it would tell if you weren't an Israeli, and it would be like whoop, and lock on your ass and just watch you till you went back into another building. Yeah. That's scary.
Right? Like, hopefully I look good today. Like, you know?
Yeah, hopefully I match my ID, bro.
Hopefully my nose is
yeah. Hopefully the is coming out, you know.
Put my little hat on.
Oh no. We're laughing at people's pain, but it's all right. It's not people.
That's how we, like, I don't know, that's how I'm trying to deal with shit, right? Like, that's just,
yeah, that's how everybody is.
I can sit here and like go get shot at and then laugh about it, you know? Like,
yeah, they put you in.
Well, I don't take life that serious.
I know, you guys are fucking crazy like that. Like videos pop up on my TikTok all the time of like Operation Iraqi Freedom, you know? And it's just these dudes, it's like firefights, and they're just good old boys out there having fun.
Just don't even stop grilling.
Yeah, dude.
Like, we don't have
it's
that
blowing
kind of,
up,
like,
and like one guy's
I'm
in
hungry,
a wife beater.
You're just an inconvenience right now.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it is, man. Like, you're between me and what I actually want to do. Like, you're gonna get done up quick, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw a video of two of them, and they were like dancing and kicking or throwing a football back and forth on base. And all of a sudden a siren went on, and dude, they were like in wife beaters in their shorts, and a C-Ram just took out like 2 drones, and they were like, yeah, and just went back to playing. I was like, dude, they're not even scared that maybe 20 more could be coming or something.
Oh yeah, like, dude, like the first couple times you take more, you're just like, oh no, here he comes. And then like by the end, yeah, dude, you're standing on the barricades, like trying to see where it's gonna hit. You're like, oh,
I can get it.
That was a close one.
Can you outrun a mortar?
Oh fuck no, dude! It just has, like, I mean, I think it just has your fucking name on it, though. You know, I mean, they have like dude, they have like a 16-foot like blast radius. So
those dude, the Ukrainians are getting really good at dropping bombs from drones.
Dude, that's no joke. That's
like their timing is impeccable, and like the angles they know.
It's so good. Like, dude, that is such a wild war to me, because it's like, it is truly like, and I see that side of it too. It's like we're playing there. Like, right, you have the war down here where it's like just truly just doing like basically the things we kind of know how, right? Like rockets, missiles, a little bit of drones, but nah, you know, but then you have like that war that's just, I mean, that's all it is. It's just a drone war, basically, that you're like, 100%. There's no man's land that you can't cross.
Yeah, there's troops that are coming back, dude, and they're like, I haven't seen a Russian in 4 months. And there's Russians out there. They're like, yeah, I haven't seen a Ukrainian in 6 months. I've only seen drones. It's like, what the fuck?
Can you imagine, dude, the flies that are just setting off those guys' PTSD right now?
Can you? And the crazy part is, it's just like the battlefield is just dirty, right? Because there's no bot. Nobody can get out there to clean it.
Right. You're not gonna go out there and clean it, right? Like,
not with drones flying around and mines everywhere.
and they're like, they try different tactics like motorcycles, but like, I mean, you can go fast, but not drone with no obstacles fast, man.
No. Yeah, they need to go back to like shotguns. Right.
Yeah.
For some reason they haven't, like, they're trying to build nets and fucking bunkers and use like radio jamming. It's like, dude, carry a fucking 12 gauge.
Yeah.
With bird shot. That thing will spray that drone 10 feet away. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's some countermeasures that just really aren't even trying to be implemented.
Yeah.
I feel like you could have like countermeasures almost built onto whatever you're driving through the zone, right? If you really wanted to get through there, like, cool. Like, load up, guys. Everybody grab a shotgun. We're going to go fucking skeet shooting.
Yeah.
You know?
We're just going to shoot drones out of the
See,
air.
this is why you can't come play that shit in America. Don't try.
You ain't getting through Texas. Kansas,
yeah, we have way
places.
too many. We have way too many rednecks with pickups and guns, man.
Yep. Oh yeah, their flags are flying. More Jewish oligarchs, right? Ihor Kolominsky. He's Israeli, born in Ukraine, though, a billionaire. Putin's party. His lawyer, though, was Zelensky's campaign advisor and backed his presidential run.
But weren't they tight back in the day?
Yeah, dude, this is what's crazy. They're all fucking tight with each other.
And I think they still, like, so they are.
I don't know.
Probably right. They're just fucking us in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're like, oh yeah, well, let's take some, like,
they're like, dude,
like
we found a way to get all the money,
not really
all the
fighting.
resources.
They're not seeing each other, like, on occasion, right? Like, don't get me wrong, you got to keep images of war going on.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, we're spending a lot of money for not a lot of, like, dude, I've said that a lot of times. Like, dude, I'm not seeing the drone footage that my tax money's paying for. Like, it is a disproportionate amount, man.
Yeah, I am not seeing all I'm seeing is drone footage. I'm not seeing any of these fucking weapons we've sent. Where are any of the F-16s?
Dude, I want to see my HIMARS, babe. Like, man, that's
Russia's blown up 2 of them, and we've never seen a HIMAR kill anything, though. And I guarantee you all those F-16s got sold to fucking India or Poland or somewhere like that.
Around now.
Yeah, we gave them to them,
like,
and they sold
they
them.
got shot down.
They're in fucking Congo or Haiti or somewhere down there, you know, where it's getting Boko Haram shit.
Yeah, just watching both turn their backs on us too, dude.
Where's that at where it's getting crazy? Why can't I think of that? In Africa, the black people. Is it Haiti right now?
Africa.
Continental. What's his name? What do they call him? Barbecue. You know what gang I'm talking about. There's 2 gangs right now that are just...
It's not Somalia or...
It's somewhere over there. They're just like...
Uganda? Uganda's pretty wild.
They had
those dudes. Those dudes are legit. I wouldn't fuck with those.
I'll just ask Chat GPT. It'll tell us.
Yeah. I mean,
what African gang is barbecuing? It's going to be like, what the fuck? He's a Haitian gang leader. Oh, it corrected me. I offended Chat GPT. I said, what African gang is barbecuing? Jimmy Barbecue Cherzier is not part of an African gang.
He's Haitian.
Yep. And then it puts a little hyphen. He's a Haitian gang leader. Nicknamed Barbecue for his history of arson-related killings. He's a former police officer turned warlord in Port-au-Prince, Haiti. Holy shit.
So how much money did we give to Haiti?
He's the leader and spokesman of the G9 family and allies. The G9 is actually the revolutionary forces of the G9 family and allies. They control large portions and they claim to fight corrupt elites and foreign exploitation.
You're losing.
Fuck Chat GPT. It literally just says, why the confusion with Africa with a question mark?
Wow.
You know why, Chat GPT, because they all look the same and I'm
talking
stupid.
Shit?
I don't fucking know, okay? Let's see here. How much...
Michael's racism is fucking showing.
That is not true. Chat GPT, you just fucking sold me out.
When it's really the reason. Why do you really think it's African?
Yeah, you know why. It's trying to be my therapist. Well, what hurt you, Michael?
What would make you think that? What in the world would make you think that?
Since 2021, they've received over 1.1 billion in foreign assistance. I mean, that's a shitload. We gave them 130 million for military assistance.
How many shacks does that fucking buy that were wiped out, man?
Bro, 2.3 billion has to buy Haiti. What the fuck?
Like, what's their GDP?
Yeah.
Like,
let's see.
Their GDP 9 times over.
If I ask it this and it says 1.1 billion that we gave them, I'm like, what the fuck?
How could that be your only GDP?
What's Haiti's? Their gross domestic product. Oh shit, there were 20 billion US dollars. So okay.
Well, let's start taxing that ass.
In terms of GDP per capita, which measures the average economic output per person, Haiti stands out at about $1,705.
This dude's a billionaire?
Yeah.
Dude, that's like being a trillionaire here.
Dude, you're living large.
Larger than large, dude.
Yeah. So there's those major Chabad footprints right through Ukraine, through these people, and it's just major in Jewish communities in general, which would be in Ukraine, like we were just talking. And Putin literally only wants Chabad because the Jews, keep him in power, control for that. Mm-hmm. There's a crazy part of Umam in Ukraine, and that's where Rabbi Nachman of Breslov is buried. And he's like the Hasidic Jew figure. That's their boy, right? So that land is fought after and holy. And it's like, maybe that's part of it too. There's a little bit of a holy land there that people don't want to give up. Right. You have these oligarchs that still side with Russia, but they're like, bro, we're actually Ukrainian though, and like Israeli and Jewish, and we don't fucking want to see, our land get destroyed like that. Maybe that could be why some of it's off. I was trying to figure out, dude, because like I've been asking this question for 3 years now since the start of the war. I'm like, dude, you had the mother of all bombs. There was Putin riding fucking grizzly bears and shit, and this fool's now afraid to come in public, doesn't drop any bombs. They've used like 3 cruise missiles the entire war.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest. Life comes at you fast, which is why it's important to find some time to relax. A little you time. Enter Chumba Casino. With no download required, you can jump on anytime, anywhere for the chance to redeem some serious prizes. So treat yourself with Chumba Casino and play over 100 online casino-style games, all for free. Go to ChumbaCasino.com to collect your free welcome bonus. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Yeah.
What, you got 5? What the fuck are you saving them for?
Like, dude, why haven't we sent up any of those? Like, we don't have any of those. Just like,
it's so silly, right? We're like, oh, we got these for war. Well, our partners are in war, motherfuckers.
Like, and I
So,
made that comparison before. I think it was with you, like where I'm like, yeah, it's like trying to play basketball like against like two teams that like can't go across half court, man. It's like
yeah,
you can't even do anything, man.
yeah, wasting. The Hasidic dude, right? They have a Chabad influence, and they believe whoever controls Umam controls like the spiritual energy of the messianic age that's coming in. So it's in Ukraine, and maybe that's a battle for the metaphysical power, not just physical shit, but like rooted in this old cabal tree of life shit that they believe in too. We're like, hey, we got to keep it. If we don't have this land, we don't have our God. Well,
Or power or whatever.
Yeah, you shouldn't tie it. If your God is tied to where he's fucking buried like that, you should rethink your God.
Yeah, you have a small God.
Yeah, he's a real small God. Ukraine's the money laundering capital of Europe, okay? The United States and the Israeli oligarchs, they move what is called like dark money through Ukraine, right? They have like back bank channels, these off-grid banks that can launder the money for them and then move it out of their bank to the good bank. And now it's got like a record of it, so it doesn't look like it just came from nowhere.
Right.
So with the war, they need to find like new networks, right? And maybe Putin was like, bitch, there's too much dark fucking money coming around here. I want control of that. Mm-hmm. And we hear it all the time. People are money laundering through there, right? There's all this, Biden gave all this money through it. And it's like, maybe Putin was like, that's my fucking money. It's coming through my borders.
Yeah.
He claims that it was always part of Russia.
Right.
I mean, you can't say that though. That's
it has and then it hasn't. That's like saying Israel.
Yeah, right.
Like, I mean, how
this
long
was
has
always
it
Israel?
Yeah,
1948.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that was when you were recognized. So Jared Kushner, right? This is why I wanted you to remember the rabbi, Beryl Lazar. Okay. So Jared Kushner is Chabad, dude. He's like Chabad fucking everything, right? His family raised him with Beryl Lazar. That's like their homeboy. Putin's personal rabbi is Jared Kushner's family, like tied rabbi too.
Even though he's not Jewish.
Jared Kushner is Ivanka's husband,
but
Putin's
like,
not.
Putin's not. Yeah.
Nope. He just uses it, right? He knows there's a lot of Jews. So Jared Kushner's parents, dude, are like right behind the other two, the Abramovich and the Lviv guy, are the next like highest Chabad donors. And his wife, Ivanka Trump. Ivanka fucking converted to Judaism under like the Chabad rules and like warehouse type deal that they have going. And he uses them to like control his Israeli goals and interests. So that's why now he like sends Ivanka out there, right? He keeps Jared Kushner on Israel like board stuff. He keeps them in New York where the Chabad headquarters are at. And it's like, I think we're seeing people being paid back. And it hasn't, like every dollar hasn't been squeezed out of it yet, And if I had to answer, I would say Trump is a pawn in all of it. That's why he couldn't stop it. Like it, and coming back to that Miss Universe pageant in Moscow, I think these oligarchs are the ones who set him up for it. And they're like, yeah, that's fine. But, down the line here, we're going to want return of our money. And it's either going to be through land or financials or whatever. And then if you're Trump, you're like, well, I kind of suck at business, but I can get you a fucking country.
Right. Or at least a war to extend to essentially steal our money.
Yeah. Right. And it's so crazy too, because he was like, me and Vladimir are friends. And it's like, well, I don't think he gives two fucks about you, bro.
If you're
I think he
such
played
close
you.
friends, you think you'd be able to talk your friend out of like invading a country.
Killing innocent people.
Hey, Michael, don't invade countries.
Yeah, it's probably not a good idea. Yeah, and it's like I think
Here's
Trump,
how I think the whole, like, every war ever should be handled is with our leaders. Like, hey, we've elected you, go fight. Just pick your weapons. Like, if you guys both want sticks, knives, guns, whatever.
let's do it with
Yes.
nothing. Black Panther style.
Yeah, but it's to the death. I mean,
Yeah,
you
oh
ain't
yeah.
getting out of it. But
Black Panther style, yeah.
That's what we sign up for. Don't be a bitch.
You get no weapons, no power, straight fisticuffs, and you survive
We'll
off that.
rethink who we hire, who we elect real quick, right? And you can only be so corrupt that way. You know,
We
you're
got the
going to be starting
baddest
a wars.
president. We'd have Brock Lesnar out there just fucking.
And then money can't buy it because, I mean, fuck, like, is money going to help you throw a punch? You know?
Imagine how quick steroids become legal when we start doing that. PE classes, people are just fucking juiced. Wow. I mean, we live in Colorado. Steroids are
And I
already
do
legal.
not support Arnold Schwarzenegger as their next president. Sorry.
Nah,
I know,
he's old.
Yeah, he's old. He ain't gonna take nobody. I don't even think he could take Putin.
No. Well, maybe Putin's a chicken shit, it seems. Dude, he was even having his own military searched for the practicing for the parade tomorrow. Right? He was even searching like his own inner circle. That's how paranoid he is now. Like he doesn't even trust his own military. But I mean, like 18 of your generals have been assassinated now. So
yeah. And you're also invading a fucking country.
Yeah, you've invaded. They posted a picture of a drone and it said happy Victory Day parade, and it was 4 Ukrainian soldiers waving with it, and they were insinuating they're gonna try to strike the parade tomorrow.
We're just gonna news in general just flipped over the fact that, you know, they hit Chernobyl.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah.
I mean, really though, does it matter if they hit Chernobyl again? You can't do anything about it. It doesn't go anywhere. It takes billions of years to get rid of the isotopes. So what are they going to do?
Yeah. But you need to, like, at least seal it off so it's not leaking into, like,
at least tell people, hey, don't go over here. There's radiation.
Yeah, it's like irradiating out of the fucking out of the thing, right? Like that they messed up the sarcophagus.
They have the carefree view of it. They hit Chernobyl and they're like, no use in crying over spilt milk.
Yeah, and like
move on.
It wasn't our guy. We don't know nothing, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you would think that would be like a whole ass fucking war crime in itself.
Oh yeah.
You know, like I don't give a fuck. Like you guys are answering for it. You know,
if you hit a plant like that, it should be a war crime. It should be like a planet crime.
Yeah, like I get it. Might have been one lone actor, but your entire like your shit.
You went to war. It happened because of that. Yeah, like the whole Pakistani minister saying, if India attacks us and our existence is threatened, we'll make sure nobody survives. Right? No humans left. And it's like, okay, well, he should be bombed for that.
Yeah,
Clearly, we should kill this guy.
Like obviously, you have you're gonna put my life in jeopardy when you guys are fucking fighting over who gets to scam me. Like,
yeah, you guys are 4,000 miles away from me.
Yeah, keep your shit on that side of the world in the shithole area.
I feel like it's going to be wild if it comes to light that Russia was behind that terrorist attack in the Kashmir. You know, if they funded it to get like a little proxy war going to fund more money and weaponry in the Ukraine war. Yep.
Bubba Wallace here from 2311 Racing. Funny thing about being fast, You end up waiting a lot. First to show up, first in line, then just waiting. Me, I rev up Chumba Casino. With over 200 social casino games, no slow lanes here. Why sit around when you can spin? I'm already racing. Your turn. Play for free at ChumbaCasino.com. Let's Chumba.
Sponsored by Chumba Casino. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
You never know, though. So we were on the Uman and the Kushner and the fucking Jews and this whole thing tying together. So here we are, right? We have geopolitics, mysticism, and power. Okay. And on the surface, it's just another territory conflict, right? Seems like nations defending their borders type of shit. But if you start to peel back the layers and you start to see like the patterns and the ancient ties, and there's elite networks, dude, and like the dark money we talked about, and, you know, shadow shit behind the scenes, from the people we don't see, right? You don't fucking see Putin hardly ever. You don't see a lot of these people ever, dude. You see Zelensky all the time because he needs fucking money, right?
Right.
He's got to be out there. He's like
their salesman, right? Like,
yep.
He comes like, can I have some money,
please, sir? Please, me. Help me get a cracker.
Don't you have a suit?
Yeah, I know, stupid.
Get
somebody
the fuck out of here.
Somebody grilled him on that.
Like, dude, who was that guy? Like, didn't they roast him on that?
They roasted. It was JD Vance, the vice president.
Was it? Fuck
yeah,
he
just got roasted for showing up to the military in like a fleece, a zip up fleece, and all that. And one of the reporters was like, "Hey, don't you have a suit?" I was like, "Yeah, dude. See, there's no fucking way, dude. The internet. Come on." It's proven people will just fucking roast you.
Yeah, and it doesn't ever forget.
Nobody wants a president, dude. If you try to be in charge of a country, people are just going to stand up and make fun of you. Just to make fun of you.
Like, who really wanted to be class president even? You know?
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Get us, like, pizza on
None of that ever
Thursday?
happened.
No,
did you realize that? Whatever.
That's what they were training us to do. Is like, okay, yeah, you're gonna elect these people and things.
Yeah, whatever happened, whatever came of that. Like, we elected class presidents, dude, and I like, did they ever have meetings? What did they do? What was their job?
I know that they did. They did.
I don't think they did anything.
No, we elected these people.
Shit. Yeah.
I mean, that's politics for you, though.
Yeah, they just gave us a choice, and we went, all right, one of these.
Yeah.
Which girl's
and,
hotter?
Like, this guy promised them all free pizza on like every Friday, and we won't do that. So
I'm just finding out what boobs and boners are. Show me the hot chick. I'll vote for her. You know? That's
Are we like trying to get like new gym floors or something?
What?
One of our like
that's a thing? Well, I mean, that's like impressive.
That's one of the things we were going for. Because remember, we used to have that spongy thing that was like,
and we got like the rubber top. Yeah. I do remember that. I remember Justin barfing behind like the little banner that split the two courts there, you know, like the little apron that dropped down, and he tried to run to the bathroom and yacked all over that and slipped in it. Oh man, I only remember the fucked up stuff. That's kind of fucked up, right? Anyway, right? Or like how we never see these guys appear anywhere they're at, you know? They don't fucking just show up for it, right? And so is Chabad like gains its traction because is it spiritual, you know, or is it because it's tied to power? Or is it like the broker between the two nations, you know, these rich billionaire elites that we see going through back and forth, and then they tie everything in from Israel, right? And I'm not saying that's true, right? It's just kind of the puzzle that you only see when you stop looking at the headlines for a little bit and you start reading like between the lines of what's really fucking going on, you know, because three years of war, nobody's done anything because of FPV drones that we could buy for $20 on Temu. It's like, come on, dude.
And Dick Cheney died.
Dick Cheney died? Is he dead?
I thought he was dead.
Dick Cheney ain't dead.
No, not yet. He's gonna die soon.
When did he die?
I thought he died.
Did you
already.
just bring that up out of nowhere?
No, yeah. No, I was thinking of that because that dude's pretty slick with a shotgun and he likes his wars.
Yes, he could probably protect for us. Dick Cheney might be
No,
dead.
he's 84 years old.
I was gonna say you're living in some parallel universe if that happens.
He's gonna die soon.
And whether it's the oligarchs, right, that fund both sides, the religious movements gaining the global political access, or strange alliances forming through like sanctions and need for military help, or to balance the battles of war, essentially, right, that you need alliances strictly for that, even, right? But if you look into all that, it's deeper than just fucking NATO and borders. And before we go, I'm going to end it with this. We talked about it, and I'm going to ask it again. Everybody out there, you got to ask yourself, why are the certain rich ones that we see connected to each other, but yet the war is happening beneath their feet, supposedly on their own side? Why do the wars benefit the same people over and over and over?
Right.
And why does history keep giving us that same echo of like the civilians in the population that get manipulated by it? It's the same fucking play. And then I don't have all the answers. Matt, do you?
Heck no, man. I wish
Fuck
I
no.
understood all of it.
I'm not over there in the war. I'm not in Russia. I'm not in Ukraine. I'm not part of this old Khazarian mafia or
I've gone to places and kicked around for WNBs that weren't there, so
that's true. Dude. We needed a reason there too, right? But you know what we are doing? We're figuring it out. Just a little bit. And I think the Russia-Ukraine war is full of fucking shit. And I don't think our boy Donnie can stop it. If I'm being honest, I bet you his whole presidency goes through and it doesn't stop.
Yeah,
unless
I think it's kind of based on it, right?
Other intervention happens, like military, not Donald talking. And he's sending fucking retards, dude. He ain't even doing the talking.
Right.
He tweeted out, Putin, stop killing people. Like, oh, this is how we talk?
Yeah.
This is why you're getting schooled by career politicians, Donald Trump.
Was that the day one the day one tactic? Like, oh, I didn't respond to my tweet.
Yeah, right. Oh, dang. Maybe I should go into the comments on it and Putin. Maybe he doesn't know I posted this. He's a fucking moron. They're all fucking morons, dude.
They aren't trying.
Zelensky, Putin, they're all fucking morons.
It's all just our money that they're playing with, too, right? Our money, our lives. They don't give a fuck about us.
Nope.
If you think they do, you're stupid.
That's the problem with it. They'll fucking take it, and then we don't ask enough questions because we go, well, this shit's kind of bad. So just keep it rolling that way. And then it's still shit. Anyways, this was another great episode of We Figured It Out. We're the end of days best friends. Oh, I'm Michael.
And I'm Matt.
And we'll catch y'all on the next fucking one.
If you don't first subscribe, press your head.